A green mountaintop view that goes on forever. A tan desert expanse, almost inaccessible, but for a road carved into a cliff face. A red rock landscape frosted in a snow that comes only twice a century. Taken alone, each is spectacular enough to fill an entire state. Together, however, there is only one place grand enough to house them. That land is Utah. While images like these tend to invoke tranquility and peace, they also have become increasingly disputed in the last 20 years. Words like stewardship, land use, protection, wilderness, and endangered are just a few that come up in these debates. Control is another. 67% of all land in Utah is public land under federal government dominion. For many Utah residents, that 2/3 of the state is by right the property of the Utah public, but is instead being managed from thousands of miles away in Washington, D.C., with closure policies and wilderness agendas that don't coincide with local public opinion. In that regard, these locals feel that Utah has been taken away, and they want to take it back.
We want our local officials to make decisions based on what the public here wants, not what the federal government wants back east.
The environmental community and others have got the attention of the media, and they can get things on the air. And in order to get people to recognize what's happening to our public lands, we have got to get this in front of the public. Because I'm firmly convinced in my mind that there's a lot more of us than there are of them.
In order to get these issues in front of the public, the Take Back Utah rally was held in August of 2009. Thousands of protesters on ATVs, jeeps, bicycles, horses, and foot marched on the Utah Capitol building in support of multiple use of public lands, responsible stewardship, and local control.
Last year I was a participant. It was a ball, lots of people, lots of vehicles. The parade was fun, and then the rally, we had a band and some speakers, and it was just overall a great time.
They've never seen a rally like that, and people were high-fiving and backslapping, and it says, boy, this is amazing. It put a name to a movement, and it let those parties that manage the public lands know there's other groups out there besides the radical environmental left, and that they need to deal with us.
Since the first Take Back Utah rally, several public meetings have been held between stakeholders in the multiple-use community and federal officials to bring everyone to the table when planning public land policy. For men like State Representative Mike Noel, more needs to be done, and the first step toward getting it done is the 2010 Take Back Utah rally planned for Saturday, August 28th.
A lot of people out there motivated by their religion of environmentalism, and we're motivated by keeping this land beautiful, but also being able to access it and not just say, oh, it's out there, but you can't go look at it. And it's why the governor's going to show up this year, why Rob Bishop is one of our speakers, why Dave Clark is going to fly up and fly back to an event in St. George, why all of my colleagues are behind this, I think most of them, on both sides of the aisle. This is a bipartisan issue. Even the Democrats recognize that keeping these roads open is a huge, important battle to fight for keeping economic development.
Participants in last year's rally agree.
We want Utah back. We want these trails open. We want to be able to use them. We want access. We want access for everyone.
This is Riley, my daughter, and she is 16. We're here to protect her rights because she can't necessarily speak up for herself.
I feel like we're getting a voice. I don't think we've had a voice in the past. We've been pushed out of the way, and I think we're making a statement now that can be heard.
I can say as a bicycler, it is highly beneficial to bicycles too, because it gives me on a mountain bike a safe place to ride.
I'm limited to where I can go because of the wheelchair, and being able to get out in public lands and being able to take my Jeep or four-wheelers, snowmobiles, whatever toy I might want to use and go back country, that's the only way I can go and the only way my family can enjoy that with me.
And I'm hoping this will help change some of these ideas that people have on what we're about and what we're doing. We're not going out and destroying the land, we're just using what's already there and trying to keep it open.
The Take Back Utah Parade and Rally will be held August 28th, starting at Liberty Park. The parade will begin at 10 a.m., with thousands marching and riding toward the Capitol. Everyone who is interested in public land policies and local control of those lands is invited to participate and have their voices heard.
If you don't show up, you don't really have an interest in keeping this for you and for your kids and for your grandkids. That's one of the main reasons I'm involved, because I'm on this land every single day. I need the access to it.
If you don't show up, then you can't make a difference. We have to show up. We have to have people in numbers so that they respect our opinion.
For At Your Leisure, I'm Bob Hendricks.